Hello, friends. Luna, thank you for being here.
Hello.
Oh God, wait, am I hearing myself? Where am I hearing myself? Mythrock. You know we're serious about some
Mythrock.
D&D.
My goblin friend, Mythrock. Chockrel says hello. Hello, my good friend.
We're trying something a little bit different tonight. With our overlay. So forgive me. I'm trying to set a button up on my stream deck here for it. But we're trying something a little bit different with the overlay tonight, so you're not staring at the large world map anymore. All right, I think we're good to go. I think we're good to get started. Hi. As usual, I'm sorry, forgive me. I know we're starting a little bit later than we had intended. It was another mad rush to make sure that everything was ready before we hit the button, but that's the joy of DMing and running all of this streaming equipment at the same time. So, hi everybody. Thanks for being here. We're excited to get going. So everybody has inspiration, so there's really, I guess, not much of an incentive to give a recap, but if anybody would like to do that, they certainly can. I should probably unmute Pippi here so I can actually hear her, since I'm not on speakers now. Who wants to recap?
I see someone keying, but then we don't hear you, Eric.
Was everyone too drunk last week to provide a recap? Was that a thing?
No. I can give a recap. If nobody wants to do it, I can do it.
We can replay last week's episode if we want to.
No.
So we ended up going into the lizard kingdom, where we confronted and defeated the evil foe, the undead lizard king. Once we discovered that he was undead, we did some investigation and some interrogation and a little stabby stab that probably didn't need to happen, but we did it. We found out, as far as we can tell, that he was the only undead. And now we are trying to figure out who the description of the six armed, four horns, I think it is. I have to look at my notes.
It's
Six armed, four
horns
horns.
and six.
Yeah,
arms,
the opposite. So we're trying to figure out who that is, and we are now going to be camping and getting ready to rest up to head back to Hanunah to further figure out where we're going next.
Hanunah.
All appropriate. It is a village though, not necessarily a kingdom, because the lizard folk are a tribal people. So I don't want to throw that out there and be like, oh look, it's a kingdom. I mean, same
huge.
different.
It's huge.
It's a large settlement. Yes, it is definitely a large settlement.
Huge.
All right. So that is
my
all.
inspiration to Mythrock.
Okay, Goldie, mark inspiration.
Goldie has inspiration.
It's for you, bud.
He's inspired me.
Now we've gotten all the way to the end here. There's also a couple of things that need to be mentioned just for the sake of posterity and catching up properly. So the puzzle box, that was a thing. You did make some progress with the puzzle box, the mysterious puzzle box that was in Laskar's tent. And there was also the late night conversation between Krillok and his uncle, where he revealed a hidden compartment in his old glaive shaft stick thing.
Handle.
It's a handle?
I assume it'd be a handle.
Good enough. I've been watching too much Forged in Fire. Like I wanna say all the proper words. But he revealed a secret compartment that appeared to be that held a small clamshell. It's sort of like a ring box that he opened up and showed you a dazzling blue gem inside of. And then he wrapped it back up and put it back into what he now uses as his walking stick. We'll just call it your uncle's walking stick. So that was where we left off last time. So we will actually pick up with Krillock if there's anything that you wanted to do as you've calmed your uncle down at this point as he's revealed this secret and now he seems to have dozed back off to sleep.
So I'm gonna root around in my own bag and see if I can find like some kind of parchment or like quill, ink, something to write a note saying, "Unc," basically letting him know, like, "Unc, you told me about this, but you seem to have forgotten about it. But I have it now, and I'm just gonna roll that up and grab a stick and take the little clamshell box out, and then replace it with the little piece of parchment that I wrote that on. And I'm gonna keep it in the clam box thing, just slide it back into the handle of his walking stick and close it up. And immediately, I'm gonna go over to Lily, wake her up real quietly, and go outside and show her.
What's that?
I can't remember. Did you say I had a note?
No. It didn't have a note with it. It was a clamshell design snap case that had a dazzling blue gem in it, sapphire looking gem in it, and it was wrapped up in cloth and then shoved inside of this compartment.
Okay. So
And when you say you put it back in it, are you saying, I'm sorry, I want to ask this real quick before we keep going. So are you putting the note inside the clamshell case, or are you saying you're keeping the gem in the clamshell case?
keeping the gem inside the clamshell case and the notes just going back in where it was in the walking stick, if I'm understanding it correctly.
Got it.
All right, so I'm gonna show her and explain to her like this was my mother's. My uncle gave it to me, or said that it was supposed to eventually come to me. Just wanted to show it to you because you're the closest friend I have here.
Can I touch it?
Sure.
Okay, she's gonna hold it up and look at it. And what does it look like, Jim? Again.
All right, so you open up the clamshell case and you pull out. It looks like a sapphire. It's almost like silver dollar sized, I guess. And it to you as you're sitting there and you're just holding it, it just appears to be a very, very high quality gem.
And your uncle said your mother gave this to him for you?
Yeah, he seemed real secretive about it, like he didn't want anybody to know. But I know you like to kind of tinker with things, so I wanted to show you and get your opinion. What do you?
So it basically came from Snout.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess it was sent with me when my uncle and my aunt fled the Snout to Hanunah. And it was supposed to come to me eventually. And when I was asking him more about it, he kind of went back into his old ways.
So she's gonna close it back in the clamshell and hand it back to you. There's some stuff that we found out, but I think that our main priority is to get your uncle back somewhere safe, and that is probably very important. And I really want to tell you everything, but I feel like getting your uncle somewhere safe is number one priority. I'm not withholding information, but right now I am.
No, I get it. We can wait.
Because I don't want you to murder people.
Fair enough.
I mean, you probably have to have a lot of willpower right now just to not murder all these litters for folk walking around. So I don't want to like add fuel when you're keeping it under wraps.
Yeah, I just want to get out of here and get my uncle home and make sure everything's gonna be safe at Hanunah before we venture out and head up to Broken Tusk. That's all. I just want to,
Can I try something real quick with the clamshell there?
Sure.
Okay, she's gonna sit there for 10 minutes and cast detect magic on the clamshell.
So you cast detect magic, which of course allows you to see magical auras. You're sitting there with the clamshell. You don't see anything.
Is it blocked like how the others were? Or is it just nothing? Because there is a difference.
There is a difference. It is much smaller, but you do feel like this clamshell has a similar property.
She's just gonna go, okay, yeah, put that away, please.
Oh, okay. What'd you see? I know you can like do that weird hocus pocus stuff. I mean, not as good as my gravity.
So you know that
detector.
the box that we're delivering,
Mhm.
and we can't like see anything or sense anything in it.
All right.
Yeah, the clamshell does the same thing,
All right. Good. So keep it in the.
or at least
clamshell.
I'm assuming so. Not 100% positive. I don't even know if the gem's magical or anything. I just know that it feels like the clamshell is stopping me.
Do you want me to open
There's
it?
like a
so you-
pocket.
I can open it?
Yeah, we could take another 20 minutes and I could try.
You know what? We'll worry about it later, some other time. Let's just, like I said, I want to get to sleep, get my uncle out of here, and get out of here. I'm over these lizard folk.
Okay.
All right, going to bed. I'm gonna go inside and go to bed.
Okay then. So the next morning comes, and you guys find yourselves greeted. Whoever would wake up first. I don't. Honestly.
Didi for his morning yoga.
Ah. You know what? Honestly, then, Didi, you're probably up before it arrives. But there's a platter of food that is delivered to the tent that you're all occupying, and it's nothing. It's more of just like a breakfast of vegetables and fruits. There's no like morning meat that's provided with this, but it's basically a platter of veggies, a couple of different fungi, and some fruit. So you're doing your morning yoga stretches.
Yeah, be doing that. You said there was fruit.
Definitely fruit, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna get a good platter of that. Like, what kind of fruit are we talking? Are we talking about dried fruit, or like?
The kind that grows on trees.
I know, but how is it prepared?
It's fresh. It's actually
Okay,
just
so
fresh.
it's fresh fruit. Okay, so
Yes.
it could perish. I'm just trying to think of it's stuff I could throw in my bag.
I mean, yeah, you could. You can definitely throw whole fruit in your bag. It's not sliced. It's not like sliced fruit. Like here, we're here to serve you like breakfast at the Marriott kind of fruit. It's like here's an apple and some oranges and some bananas. Only not necessarily those.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna throw some in my bags, but I want to do it where I'm not being seen. Like, I don't want people to be looking. Like, I'm gonna be pocketing it when I feel like no one's looking.
All right, give me. You know what? Give me a sleight of hand. You know what? That's the one thing that I missed on this overlay was a spot to see rolls. I need to add that in later. All right, so a 20. All right.
Because Didi's really embarrassed that he's doing this, but he knows how hard it is for him to get a meal with this group.
Well, it's not too hard. I don't think anybody. It's early in the morning. I don't know how many people are really paying attention to fruit going missing, but you would have been the first one up. If you're the first one up and you're doing it then, where it's like, oh, I'm gonna take this fruit and put it in my bag, then nobody would have really had the chance to notice.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna do that before I head out and do my morning yoga.
Okay. So over the next span of the hour, most likely, I'm gonna say that it's likely that everyone wakes up, all in different turns. You find the platter of fruit, fungi, and vegetables laid out. Help yourself to some breakfast. There's fresh water that's been provided, and you're pretty much left to your own devices up until, if there's anything that anybody wants to do in the immediate hours of the morning, I'm talking between like 6 to 8ish. Okay, what you got, Garrett?
Sleep.
I'm going to get up. I will get up early. I'm going to see him doing the yoga, and I'm going to think about, would that be any good for an old dwarf? Nah, forget that. I'm going to pick up the box, and I'm going to work on it. I don't have the intent to pop it right now, but after talking to Lily, I'm reluctant to get it open, but I'm definitely going to work on it a little bit, see if I can get closer to opening it and more understanding of it.
All right, give me an intelligence check, and you get advantage on the first one, I believe, is what we said.
Yeah.
All right, so you make progress. You feel like you've gotten back, thanks to your fantastic memory and your quick wit. You're capable of getting back to the spot that you had it yesterday before you feel like you flubbed on it.
Yeah, once I get to that point, I'm gonna look at it and it's good enough, and I'll pack it away, nice and safe. And then I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna go and take a look at the fruits. I'll have me some fruit and just kind of sit and watch the sun coming up through the trees, waiting for the others to wake.
So unless anybody else had anything before 8. All right, so you all wake in turn. You grab yourself something to eat. Didi, you get your yoga out of the way, your morning yoga. You feel realigned. You feel as though everything is in balance. The shaman that you've been speaking to, Sikal, comes to the tent, and he sees Carrick, if you're still outside, around 8ish, and Didi. I don't know how long you do your yoga for. Are you talking like 2 hours worth of yoga?
Right now, I think I'd be out there till I was interrupted.
Okay. Well, he's definitely going to come through, and he's going to give a greeting for whomever's outside. So
yeah, because Didi's still reflecting on the near-death experience.
That right. He approaches the either one or two of you. Says, "Good morning. I hope you slept well and found the provisions to your liking."
Oh yeah, yes, it was nice. It was peaceful, dry. Nothing to complain about. Thank you for your hospitality.
The
Sure
fruit
will be
is
getting out
amazing.
Oh yes, the fruit was good. I'm gonna look up in the trees and around. What is this? Was this like freshly picked from around here? Because I have no idea where you got this from.
It's difficult to find fruit in the swamp, so we've actually managed throughout the years to sort of create our own private orchard of trees that we have fruit trees that grow, and we tend to, for more um, traditional means.
Most ingenuity. It's good. That's a good idea. Yeah, that's good. Do you mind if we take a little bit of it with us for the trail?
Of course, if you're running low on the fruits, I can certainly find someone to go and collect some more for you.
We can just we'll just take what we can from here. We don't need a whole lot, but you know, I don't think it's long to get back. But a little snack on the way wouldn't hurt.
I'm gonna be avoiding eye contact at this moment.
We would be happy to provide whatever we can with the assistance that you've provided to us. Again, it's the least that I could do to ensure that you're well rested and fed before you leave us.
Most appreciative. The others should be awake soon. I'll be sure to let them know. We'll be able to get in touch with you before we leave. How? Is there anyone I can get to summon you, or where we can go to say goodbye before we leave? It only seems right.
Certainly most anyone would be able to find at least someone who can get in touch with me. I'll probably be tending to some prayer, looking for some guidance from Samwanya as to what comes for us next. So, by all means, send for me, and I'll see you out of the village when it's time. Just to guide you through and get you pointed in the correct direction.
That'll be helpful. I thank you.
He gives a bit of a bow, stands up.
And before you leave, just so that you're aware, and I know that our friend Krillak hasn't said anything yet, but if he does say something that might be a little standoffish before we leave, just take note that his parents were evidently killed by lizard folk in the battle. It weighs on him.
Well, we think the battle that what's his name was supposedly leading, but might have done it.
It's all a bit much for him. He should be fine, but I don't want you to take anything to heart. You understand?
He nods slowly. I can certainly understand. I hope that with time we can bridge whatever gap exists between us and our neighbors. I would hate to see the failings of other lizard folk draw us to meet such a bad name. I would definitely prefer to rectify that as opposed to let it sit. So I will definitely be visiting Hanunah. And he reaches into the little pouch and pulls out the tiny toy mouse and winds it up and looks at it. I still can't get over that.
She's talented. I don't know how she makes those things, but I wish I understood it better. I don't know how such instrumentation is able to produce and replicate magical means, but she is talented.
I'll leave you to your breakfast and your morning rituals, and then just send for me when you're ready to leave, and I will walk with you out of town and get you facing the right direction.
Fair enough. Thank you. And with
With that, he
I'm
gives
gonna-
another slight bow.
Yeah, and I'll stand up and give a bow back to him, and I'm gonna go ahead and start to go through, and I'm gonna go wake up Lily first. Lily,
Yeah.
sun's coming up. They brought us some fruits and whatnot for breakfast. And,
Oh,
I think they told us we could take whatever we could, carry of it, and they would get us some more. But we should probably get to waking up and getting ready to go.
Okay.
I'll have my eyes averted when I'm doing it, and I'll turn away and Ari, time to go get to moving. Breakfast is served by the lizard folk, and it'll be the same thing. I'll have my head down and I'll wait for a response.
Lizard breakfast.
Yep, no, not lizards for breakfast. No, fruit provided by. Never mind. You'll figure it out.
Well, I didn't figure we were gonna be eating lizards.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, okay, I get it. Sarcasm. That's hard for me sometimes.
Alright. I'll get food.
Was last night a long rest?
Yes.
Was it an easy unrest or a normal rest?
It was a comfortable long rest.
Really, even though we're in the swamp?
Yeah. There was a tent and everything.
Wow.
Krillok,
Hmm.
sun's coming up. Figured you might want to wake with the rest. Prepare for our venture back. Get your uncle and everything moving towards being awake as well. I'll leave you to wake him.
Yeah, I've been awake for a good little bit here. I'm about to get him up.
Good. There's some fruits in here, or out here rather. The lizard folk, they've brought us some food. It's delicious. They evidently have their own orchard growing. But anyway, I'll see you at the campfire area. You should
Good.
give them a chance. I don't think you'll find these aren't the ones you remember. And I'll just
Yeah.
kind of tilt my head down and I'll bow out of the his.
Uncle Glintrap. Ready to go home? Well, what's left of it?
Sort of opens his eyes, rubs at him, then looks around.
We went on an adventure last night. You don't remember?
Oh. Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Right. Of course.
went out for a hunt. You got a good boar.
Oh, right. Oh.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah. So we're gonna pack up and head home.
Right. And he's sort of looking around at everyone, and it seems like recognition crosses his face a few times as he's looking at different people. And he just sort of nods, and quietly Tonka actually brings over some fruit for him and offers it to him and sits next to him, a familiar face as well, and you can see that Tonka's doing his part as he's been acting as his caregiver obviously for some time, and so he's right in with trying to make sure that he's comfortable. So he seems to be doing all right. A little bit of recognition, a little bit of confusion.
Socks, wake up.
I'm gonna kick socks.
Ow! What was that for?
Get up.
Okay.
Get up.
I'm
Hey,
up.
wait, if you're here, who's watching the boat?
I asked you. I said, do you want me to come with you to help look for your uncle? Or if you wanted me to stay with the boat, and you said to get my stuff and come back to the boat. Or no, not come. get my stuff from the... Why are you asking me so many questions when I just woke up?
If the boat's gone, it's on you.
Well, that's hardly fair. If the
Come
boat's
on.
gone, you'll never see me again. Because I'm gonna take off, and then you'll never see me. I'll make a new life for myself and Hanunah, and I'll find the wife, and I'll have a kid.
The
When
turtle
can I do
wife?
it, Hanunah?
You're gonna find a little turtle kobolds running around.
He's gonna turn and look at Lily. I know you weren't there for long, but I'm gonna tell you what. Those people in Hanunah, they can cook. You get them old turtle ladies. They know how to make a meal, all right? That's the comfortable living.
I don't think you can handle.
Aren't
a
you
turtle
worried
woman.
like she might roll over in her sleep?
I mean, I've never crushed them. All right, let's go.
I'm just saying.
Well, hey, Ari, I made this for you. It won't last past today, but it's one of those speedy things that you wanted, and she hands you the vial.
Why? Thank you.
But it's only good for today. So hopefully we do something that requires it today.
So, like, if I don't drink it today, it won't be any good?
Right.
Okay.
It'll just kind of turn into water after today.
I will drink it. Unstable potions.
20% more stable than the last potions.
Oh, very nice.
I just quite haven't figured out how to make it last longer. I don't know.
Well, at least I'll be able to travel quickly today
It only lasts an hour after you drink it.
for an hour. And then I'll
So the vial lasts for 24 hours, and then if you drink it, it lasts for an hour.
Gotcha. I'll hold on to it for now, then I won't drink it.
Well, Socks, his stuff is already together, so he's just kind of packed up. He's sitting there eating at whatever is on the plate, grumbling about how there's no breakfast meat. And as far as the other current NPCs, you've got Clintrap and Tonka are both sitting and comfortably conversing while they eat their meal. So everyone gets a good breakfast in to start today. Not Spice Weasel breakfast though.
No, I'm not putting any spice weasel on any of this. My spice weasel it's full, it's ready to go, but no, I'm not adding anything to that.
So is there anything else, or were you guys gonna send for Sakal?
Yeah, I'm gonna address the group. So I spoke with their leader. Figured we would at least say goodbye before we head out. Does anyone have anything that they wish to look at or do before we start heading back home?
I'm ready
To
get out of this
Hanunah.
little area.
Not that I can think of.
All right, so I'm going to go find a guard, a person, any a lizard folk that's nearby, and I'm going to excuse me. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
It's going to look at you confusedly.
Shit,
It is-
Lily!
It's going to look back at you. You must not remember me from yesterday. Lily, you hear this from inside the tent. You must not remember me from yesterday. I don't understand what you are trying to tell me.
I don't. To me, it sounds like gibberish, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be
But it
like,
sounds like slowed down gibberish, like intentionally
Lily!
slowed down
Am
gibberish.
I by him?
I
What's
don't know.
happening? What, like
He
I'm
just stepped
still-
outside of the tent. He just steps outside of the tent. He's trying to talk to somebody to go get
Okay,
signal.
so I'm outside the tent, so I didn't hear.
As Lily approaches, I'm gonna look at her. I'm very seriously, and I'm gonna I'm gonna lean down a little bit towards it. You are going to have to teach me this language. Obviously.
You know,
I-
Sox knows it too, and he,
Yeah, well-
he's native born to it.
Well, fine. I'll get him to help too, but I really need to. I need to learn this language, obviously, because I. Can you get him? To
I'm just really
understand-
confused how you learn magic without, knowing the old language.
Well, you don't need to know Draconic in order to learn magic. It's taught to us by Dwarven teachers. You do realize that.
But I'm sure your teacher. Anyways, we're ready to see Sakal, and we want to tell him goodbye. If you
Stop
could go,
language shaming me.
if you could tell him that we want to say goodbye and we're about to head off. Thank you.
Thank you, and I'm gonna look at you and that. How do you say thank you? I can start there. How do you say thank you?
She'll say the word thank you in Draconic
Yeah.
to him.
Can I make a roll to see if I can
Yeah, definitely. Let's actually do a performance. You're trying to mimic this precisely, so let's do a performance.
Well, I'm trying to learn it too. So intelligence. Well, I'll do a
Well,
performance this time.
Yeah, do a
the first
performance
time.
because you're trying to just mimic it
God,
right
this
now.
is like a -1. This is gonna be great.
No,
You-
it's
you-
Vinxa.
That's good. That's good. No, you get it out there. And it sounds almost exactly like what Lily said. And he sort of nods and says you're welcome. And then he turns, and you can see as he turns and he walks over to another lizard folk, who then in turn makes their way off toward, you're assuming, to get Sakal. And then it's not too much past that point that Sakal, you can see him making his way back down.
Yeah. Can I roll an intelligence to see if I can remember it? If I can put that to memory, at least that one word.
Yeah, sure. Unfortunately, it being the first time that you've heard it and the first time
Totally
you've
gonna butcher
repeated
the
it,
next time I say it.
it is not committed to memory yet.
Look at that intelligence and all that stupid.
All that stupid just comes rolling out. Gonna sound something like Dung Pao Hua when it comes out next. And I'm about to say it too, so get ready.
It's one word.
He's not saying a sentence.
I want to say that
What a pressure.
it's funny that you have been shamed as a wizard that didn't know detect magic. It was detect magic, right?
I do know detect magic.
What was it that you got a scroll for? You had to get a scroll from Benoit for some spell. He gave you a scroll of it. I'm pretty sure it was detect magic because nobody had
It
detect
may
magic. at
have
the time.
been detect magic.
I have it, but it's not always prepared. Like today, it's not prepared.
So you've been shamed
It's
as a
in my book.
wizard first for not having detect magic earlier in the game, and now you're being shamed as a wizard for not knowing Dracon. So I just want to point that out.
Worst wizard ever.
So Sakal approaches and gives a slight bow. Are you ready to depart?
Benoit. I'm going to attempt to say thank you.
All right. Give me a.
I've already done an
intelligence
intelligence.
check. So you've done it.
I'm
You've done a save to try to
Yeah.
commit it to memory. Do an intelligence check. You spit it out, think about it, and then do it again. It sounds better that time. You're learning. And so he
One word out of like 700 that I have to learn.
700.
We'll have to find you a hooked on phonics for Draconic.
Only if you want to be able to read it too. All right, so
I use Babel, thank you.
Rosetta Stone. I hear she's a good wizard.
I vote for Mythrock.
Yeah, I like that.
all right, so God, I'm sorry, I just got totally sidetracked by the idea of making an NPC that's a language specialist named Rosetta Stone. All right, so
We're gonna get
okay,
sued.
so all right, so Seta Rome.
Would you get sued in multiple languages too?
Probably have a multilingual lawyer, but so anyway, I'm sorry, back on track here. So Sakal lets everybody gather up their stuff, get their stuff ready to go, load up, and he'll escort you out the eastern side of you go back up the hill that you came down originally, the pathway that goes up the hill that led you down into the village. You get up there, you take a turn towards the east, and he gets you back on track to where you're on. It looks familiar. It's the path that you came in on, but he just kind of points towards the east and says, if you keep a straight heading to the east, you'll run into the river, and then as long as you keep the water to your right, you'll be able to find Hanunah. I'm sure at that point he's gonna kind of look over at Krillock. Once you get close to home, I'm sure he looks at Krillock, Tonka, and Clintrap. Whenever you get close to home, I'm sure you'll be able to recognize the river. And with that, he offers a final farewell for now.
I'm gonna try to give him a hug.
He's
Oh,
not.
God, that's great.
It's one of those awkward, like you start approaching and he holds his hand up, and then you come in for the hug, and it's like that awkward handshake hug, and then he sort of pats you loosely on the back there. In Draconic, he says, "Oh boy."
Oh boy, indeed.
All right.
One day I'll learn how to say it back to you, but
You understand, but you can't speak.
yes.
Now who's the idiot?
You seem to have caught his interest here, because now he's gonna arch an eyebrow and he's gonna look at you. So he's gonna switch to Draconic and he's gonna say, "When I speak to you, does it sound of common or of my tongue?"
Ooh, good question, DM. I don't know.
To you, it sounds of common. You
Oh,
understand
okay, so
what
I
he's
don't-
saying because it's comprehend language. So you hear common whenever he speaks in Draconic, because the magic around your headband basically translates for you and puts it into your mind.
Okay, so then I wouldn't even realize he was talking a different language.
No,
Okay, then I wouldn't have said that.
maybe.
I don't know.
I don't-
I didn't know that I did know that I knew that.
This is an awkward conversation. I prefer the hug.
Okay, I was talking to you, DM, not.
I was too.
Okay. So yeah, I wouldn't have said that. That conversation never happened. I would have went in for the hug and still heard him say, "Oh boy," and I would have still said that.
Yeah, it said, "Oh boy." Yeah, I got you. I was actually gonna make a comment of you're never gonna learn the language if you can't ever hear it, but we'll skip that. Okay, so you guys have a path. You have a destination. and you have a pretty early start.
All right.
Oh my.
I'm going to look at Krillock and tilt my head. I assume you wish to lead?
Yes, I want to get out of here.
And your uncle, where would you like him in our marching ranks?
Him and Tonka can just kind of hang back right behind me. If
Right.
something goes down, I want him toward the back. A little
We'll
bit
be sure to
further.
keep him safe.
He
If
may
you-
try to jump in. He has a very fighting spirit, so we're gonna have to hopefully Tonka. I'm gonna look at Tonka.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh,
Do
I've,
you
I've got him. I've got him. I've
if
got
you
him right
if
here.
you wish for me to put out a disc for him to sit on, just let me know. It'll take me a few minutes to get it out. It's not something I cast readily. You understand?
And if you want me to set something like put a light on something, let me know, and I'll do it.
Hey Tonka, I want you to save your light. Save
Save
that
the light.
light. Save your light. You never know.
Okay.
You know, I never really learned how to do that cantrip. It's I can see in the dark, so it wasn't really anything. It's really good magic, though. Good job.
With the light, and he's gonna like poof, light, and then he's gonna save the light. He's gonna like try to put it out and just like shove
I'm
his hand
gonna-
in like a shirt.
I'm gonna murmur some Aquan curse words.
Save the light.
Save the light.
And he takes his hand back out. It's gone.
I will. I'm going to snap my fingers, and my owl is gonna kind of pop out, and I'm gonna say, "Make sure the coast is clear." Shoot off ahead of it. Such a good bird.
All right. So the owl is going to be. So how far? Okay, in your direction, because obviously you know that your vision is within 100 feet, meters, hundreds,
He,
hundred something.
he's just gonna
But
be
you're gonna
looking
send
for
it
anything, and he'll come back. He'll come back to me if he sees anything. So he's just gonna be kind of shooting out and coming back and keeping an eye.
Okay, so if he sees anything in front of you on the way, he's gonna come back.
He'll come screaming back at me, and then I'll know.
All right, I like that.
Every tree he comes back.
Well, no, he's not stupid. Come on now. He's looking for anything that might be a threat to us.
Threat to him or us?
To us. Us. Quit making it difficult, Bubba.
That's my job.
We're trying to get back to Hanunah.
All right, so let me get. I'm gonna make. I've got your owls sheet here, so I'm gonna make a couple of rolls in secret, and then I'm going to have whoever is guiding the party to the east. I'm gonna have them make a survival check, and then I would also like to get a nominate one person for survival and one person for perception. And then I just need one of each of those with advantage.
I'll do the
I'm not
survival with
terrible at
advantage.
Oh, there you go.
I think I already automatically have survival with advantage. Oh no, I get proficiency. Never mind.
My passive perception.
The DM has commanded that you roll.
I love how people take optional rules from the rule book and say that they're a thing.
I gain proficiency in the survival skill. Turtles have finely honed survival instincts.
Am I rolling perception? Is a
Really,
I've-
that's the survival we're going with.
I forgot to roll it on advantage though. I got the normal advantage.
So
that was set
roll
to normal.
again.
Just saying.
Oh, you automatically had an advantage. Just roll it. Just roll it.
I'll take that.
All right, so it's easy to keep it on track. Dee Dee, you are keeping a good eye out around the group in the immediate area. And the owl has not yet returned.
I just want to say that's my passive. That's shitty as a roll.
The 17.
Yeah.
Well, so the sun's getting high in the sky. It's a clear day out, thankfully, so there is light shining through the branches of the trees. You're still in the dismal ass swamp that you have had to walk through now for what seems like forever. So there is the thick canopy overhead. There is the typical noises that you would encounter. You skirt around some crocodiles and you make your way through. It's about lunchtime at this point. The sun's high in the sky. You figure you probably have maybe another 4 to 5 hours that you're going to keep walking. Do you guys want to stop and take a rest for take a break in the middle of the day, or do you just want to keep on pushing?
How does my uncle look?
He looks like he could use a breather.
All right, I'm gonna look back, see that, and we're gonna stop here for a little bit.
Right.
I thought he was on the. I thought he was on the disc. Or you
No,
didn't.
I told him that if he needed the disc, I could put one out for him to ride on. It was an offer. He didn't tell me to put one out, so I've not put one out.
He's a very proud turtle, so he wouldn't even take the disc. Like if I asked him if he wanted to stop, he wouldn't want to stop. He'd want to keep going, even though I can see that he's hurting.
As you look over, Tonka's tending to him as well. He's giving him some stuff that he left with ration wise. So they're sort of taking a breather. You can tell that Clintrap needed a breather, but
I'd like to walk up to Clintrap.
gives a smile.
Hello, sir.
I have forget your name. Your
What comes to mind?
he's gonna have like a look of panic for a second as you put him on the spot.
Dee
He's
Dee.
gonna look around. Yes, Dee Dee.
I have this really cool exercise that I think you might enjoy, and it might help with. It helps my memory. It helps me remember things and think quicker.
He's gonna look very serious all of a sudden. You think there's
stay
something
nimble.
wrong with my memory?
No,
I'm sorry, I've forgotten your name after we've met.
no,
I look over at Tonka once.
no, because I try to do this stuff. I enjoy doing it with other people, and the rest of the group is kind of. They've all given it a shot, but none of them came back for seconds. So I was seeing if you would want to work on it, but we're gonna have to sit down for it.
Okay.
And I know Kurlock, he has this really cool thing that we can sit on while we still travel, and we can do it.
I have nothing of the sort.
Oh, not Carrot. Sorry.
Yeah, I think you need to work on your memory reducing or memory thing
See,
a little bit harder.
I need to do that too. I'm trying to persuade him to sit on the disc.
I see where you're going with this. All right. So he's listening. So what is this? What is this exercise?
It's kind of like a meditation.
So sitting down and shutting up is going to help my memory.
Exactly.
It's gonna look like he's processing this for a moment. He's gonna look over toward
What were we talking about?
for the rest of the group, and he's gonna sort of. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. He's gonna nod. I can make a actually. You know what? Make a deception check, but do it with advantage.
Give me them 20s.
Yeah, he nods. He's No, I could probably do with some just I'm still a little tired anyway. I'm probably after that boar. I feel like I've still a little sore. I might could sit for a bit. You said this thing moves like a cart, like a wagon?
Something like that. Yeah, it's kind of neat, right? You know.
All right.
So I'm gonna yell over at Carrot.
Yes.
Hey, can you do your little floating disc?
Sure. Why?
Clint Trap. I'm gonna do
Oh.
some exercises on it.
I'm gonna look over. I'm gonna look at Krillock before I do anything. As seeing if he is okay with that. Is not to insult him or his uncle.
I'm just gonna kind of, if you can
Right.
convince them.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna say, hello, Mr. Clintrap. How are you? Give me a moment, and I'll prepare your chariot, and I will sit and begin to recite the spell over and over, and close my eyes, and I'm going to attempt to cast it directly under him, so he doesn't have to climb onto it. So it'll just kind of appear below him and just pick him up.
Okay. All right. Well, you summon your disc, your floating disc, and it is, I think it's like, it's comfortable enough for him to sit on. He finds himself seated comfortably, and he sort of looks to Dee Dee, and all right, so just sit. And
Sit, close your eyes, and just try to focus on your thoughts.
all right, he breathes, and sort of stops for a moment. What if I fall asleep? Am I gonna fall off this thing?
No, I'm here. I'm here.
He looks. He chuckles. Like he chuckles at you. And You don't look like you could. I've learned not to judge a book by the cover. And he just kind of closes his eyes and starts breathing.
I'm gonna try to do like a kind of humming to actually make him fall asleep.
Now, keep in mind this thing is it's like 3 feet in diameter, so he's probably going to not have a lot of room around him. So if he falls over, he's gonna fall off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there is no like wiggle room. He's either gonna
Okay,
sit
I
up
didn't
or
think
not.
about how big the thing was, but
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So I will instruct
Too
him
late.
when it comes up, and I'm going to let him know if you feel a little dizzy or like this is not your thing, just call out to me. I'll be just in front of you, about 10 feet ahead. I'll be able to hear you. Just make sure that you speak in common, so that I understand you. And It'll be fine. It floats. It's going to be fine as far as the ride. But if you get a little off center balance or whatnot, just tell me before you fall, and I'll make sure that it settles you down comfortably. And it's not going to be far off the ground. I'm going to kind of point that you're not far off the ground.
He'll nod. Eyes still closed, still breathing. He'll just kind of nod, and you can see that Tonka's there beside of him too. He's no, it's yeah.
I'm going to also be casting Mage Hand as I'm walking, just to kind of keep a Mage Hand on his shoulder to keep him steady, to help him keep steady. It's not. No, it's not a lot of anything.
Yeah, well, it's like Mage Hand can do like 5 pounds worth.
Yeah,
of
it's
anything,
not going to be a
so-
lot, but it'll help him. It'll help him the best I can.
Okay.
And I'll go over to Krill. Hopefully he doesn't fall. If he does, it's not far, and I'll try to keep him steady on it. And yes, we'll do the best we can.
I will be vigilantly watching.
We should move quicker this way, though. Lead on when you're ready. And
Right word for that.
I'm going to say, if he falls off, though, it is totally Dee Dee's fault. When you're ready, onward to Hanunah.
Hanunah.
Socks is like looking at him up on the disc. Who gets to write the disc? I want to write the disc.
I'm gonna look at Socks and just shake my head at him.
You really don't think the boat's gonna be gone?
If it's gone, it's your ass. I'm just kidding,
Huh?
Socks. But it better.
I mean, I was really worried there. I mean, I was really concerned. You seemed really serious about that. And I mean, I did ask if you wanted me to stay or if you wanted me to go. So like, I just don't want.
You look like you really wanted to go, so I'll let you go.
I was just worried about you. That's all.
I appreciate you.
I'm glad you let me go.
Say there
Yeah,
will be trouble.
I mean, at least it's not like we don't have anything important on the boat right now. So if like anything went missing, I mean, it's not like we hadn't even really resupplied yet. That we were gonna do that yesterday. So I mean, it's I mean, what are they gonna take, right?
Well, there's a delivery on there that I need to. Yeah.
Wait a second, there was cargo on the boat.
Yeah.
That's all right. I'm sure it's fine. Who's gonna mess with the boat? It's the ferry boat, right? So I mean, like the people.
Yeah, I'm hoping so. We'll see when we get.
Well, it used to be the
back.
ferry boat. I'm sure it's fine.
Am
It'll
I-
still be.
Am I going to be close enough to hear this? Because I am shifting my position closer to the front because he has to be behind me 10 feet. So I'm moving toward the front to keep him closer to Krillog. Do I hear that conversation?
I will say that Socks was trying to keep his tone low
Same.
because
That's why I
of the
was
whole
mumbling.
"it's your ass on the line"
That's
thing.
fine. I
So
don't
he
hear-
was
I
he
don't
was trying to
hear.
keep
I don't
his
hear.
tone low. Okay, so
Yeah, I won't roll for anything. I just want to I just asking if I would have been close enough. That's fine. That's fine.
yeah, it'll be there. No problem. You can see Socks' pace kind of picks up a little bit.
I mean, it sucks if you want to go ahead and make sure it's there. By all means, if you want to.
Whoa, hold the phone. You want me to like take off on my own in the swamp? Have you seen the size of these crocodile things? It's huge. They can swallow me whole.
Can't you talk to him?
They don't speak my language.
I don't know what they speak.
They
I
don't
mean, you guys-
speak. Do they speak languages? They make like
Yeah,
weird grunts and
long
hisses and stuff.
snouts and like big teeth
Oh,
and
right.
tails. Yeah.
Yeah,
I went there. I went there.
The big bulky white meat that comes from crocodigators. Yeah, because I'm covered in. That's
Is that
different.
a bird in the background or is that Lily cawking?
Species. Speciesist. That's what you are.
That's
We're
me.
very similar species. Come on, are you really gonna give me for speciesism?
Yes. Yes, I am definitely gonna do that. What? Are you related to the crocodigators?
Oh my gosh, guys, did you know some species of turtles breathe through their butt?
You breathe through your.
Sometimes. You know those.
Why? Why would you say that out loud? Oh my god!
Are you jealous that you can't breathe through your butt?
Oh my god! No,
I don't
Not
have
at
to
all.
come up for air.
no, you don't have to come up for air. But I mean, you know what you put out that end, you're just sucking it right back in. What? I don't even want to talk about this anymore. I can't handle this right now. I'm too stressed.
Stress that the boat's not going to be there.
Oh, well, I mean, a little bit. That's my home, but
I know.
the boat's not there. You're home. Where am I at?
We need to get your cauldron back. Is what we need to do.
Well, I'd love that.
I can't believe they told your cauldron like that. Like, why'd you let them take your cauldron?
Preferably before they go, cleaning up the pictures that I drew on the inside. I had some masterpieces in there.
I bet you did.
Maybe
So I keep
again,
you
we should
around
definitely-
stocks.
We should definitely hurry though, just in case.
You're not wrong. Let's go. Everybody ready?
All right, come on, butt breather, let's go.
Wait, I think Carrick fell asleep over there. Hold on. His eyes are open, but it sounds like he's snoring.
He might be pooping. Where'd he go?
He do you hear that? He might be a
You know-
butt breather.
All right, let's. I think I'm broken. Let's go ahead and take our break like 10 minutes early. I'm
Fair
broke.
enough.
I'm broken. I need to rebrain.
All right, I need some chips.
All right, so we're gonna take our quick 10-minute break just a little bit earlier.
Really out of the butt. That's where turtles breathe.
Some turtles do breathe through their butt so that they don't have to come up for air.
Facts.
Turtle. I guess I'm not turtle enough for that.
All right, well, I need this break real quick. So we're doing like 5. We'll do 5 to 10 minutes and then we'll get back into it.
Right, I need to go grab some chips.
All right, so we'll be right back. Give us 5 to 10. We'll be right back with. All right,
And that's how I was handcuffed to the bed.
that's a good story.
I've never been handcuffed to a bed.
Speaking of good stories, all right, hold on. Let me switch this up. Hold on, let me switch this up real quick. Let's
Hello,
swap this.
everybody.
All right,
Hello,
so
Goldie. Hi, Goldie.
going back into the second part of the stream tonight, I did want to say we are so close to our affiliate goal at this point. We are at 34, I think, last time I checked. I've lost it. No, we're 14 away. We're at 36. So we're 14 followers away. So I mean, we're so close to that affiliate goal. So if you got friends that have Twitch that might be interested, let them know. Because we're also doing a merch giveaway right now. So if you follow us on Twitter, we have a merch giveaway that we are currently hosting. Let me actually be super smart about this, and I will get a link to the merch giveaway, and I will post it in our lovely Twitch channel here. Let me copy.
Feral can't win.
Feral has entered.
Feral?
Feral has entered. So that is
Cheers
the
for
link
Feral.
to our merch giveaway. So thank you all so much already for those of you that have supported. We really appreciate you. We really enjoy what we do and we're having a whole lot of fun with it and we want to watch it grow. So we appreciate your support with helping make that happen. We're giving away a t-shirt, a coffee mug, and an 18 by 24 inch wall poster. And
thought
I
that
have
was
to
mine.
say,
Hey, can I enter?
Did you take that
No,
from me? Is that not him?
yeah, no,
It's
that's not yours
behind
anymore.
me.
That's not
You
yours
took
anymore.
that from me. Oh.
But this is sort of a celebration for our new logo. We're rebranding. We put a new logo out there. We put some new merch out there. There is a store. You can find a link to the store on our website at our merchandise link. It's sponsored through Teespring, so it's all made as it's ordered. I will say that we've seen some of these shirts come in, and they are really good quality. They're not cheapo shirts. They fit great. They're really good quality. So make sure you do what you can. There's multiple ways to enter to win. I mean, click on our YouTube page, visit our website, do it all from that link over there, and you get entered to win. So we appreciate you guys very much, and I look forward to it because we're actually the giveaway is going to end on Sunday. And I plan on announcing our winners in. I don't think we're actually playing next Monday. I think our Tiermora is on Tuesday next week. But
Wait,
we
wait.
close.
Is there a link that people can go to enter?
I put it in the
I
Twitch
posted
chat.
in the Twitch. Oh,
In the Twitch? I don't see it.
Yeah.
Oh, I do see it. I see it.
So there's the link. All the other links have been cycling through on our lovely little
You actually
thing
voting, Tom?
down this way. Yeah, down this way. But
I'm gonna put it on my Twitter. I needed a link. I put it on my Twitter.
yeah, we should definitely be
Have a
sharing
look.
it. But we are not winning anything, people. We don't win things because this giveaway is for you guys because we really appreciate your support. If we get to, and I want to throw this out there because it was, but if we get to, now mind you, there's 6 days to do this, so it's going to take some work. But if we get to 100 followers on Twitch before this giveaway ends, I'm going to do another drawing in this drawing to give away a copy of the Creature Codex from Kobold Press. So that's the thing. So if we make it to 100 followers on Twitch, I'm going to be giving away a Kobold Press Creature Codex. But thanks everybody. So we're yay! Let's go.
And where are we going?
Oh. Well, hopefully to 100
heading?
followers.
No, I mean
But-
in
but-
the game. Where are we heading?
To hell,
Hanunah.
change your ways.
Oh, Hanunah.
To the turtle home.
Is that the word? Is that the word?
That's the word. They've decided that's the word.
Every word is your word, Bubba. Come on, let's just get real on that.
I don't think I have enough beer for the games now.
I'm gonna join in on the second half of this for the hype. 'cause
You're
barely watered
only bound to Nat 20s. Nat 20s DM has to drink.
yeah, but you guys haven't had to roll very much. But
That's your
anyway,
fault. You're in
I was
control of
waiting
that,
for a
not us.
persuasion roll, but
Sunday, Quinnick.
deception.
Sunday, Quinnick is our drawing. I'm gonna be drawing the names on Sunday. So big hypes. But anyway, thanks you guys, and also thank you, Luna, for being you've been super supportive over the past couple of days. I know that we've just met.
I
But
don't
I
know
love
who Loon is, but hi.
Fantastic community. How I Nerd over on Twitch. How I Nerd.
Oh.
They do some awesome stuff over there.
Can she share her link in our channel?
You know what? I will happily do that.
Yeah, I will happily join. I'll join right now.
She does her own streaming as well, but her community that she is. There we go. So you beat me to it. You did. All right. Well, let me switch the music back over. We're gonna get back into some D&D.
Wait, this isn't how you D&D?
Gotta build that suspense. All right. So you continue heading east. You have Clintrap on the floating disc behind you, who's trying to take it as easy as he can, and you are making your way back towards the Turtle Home Village. And I want to get from the same individuals, please. I'm going to do another secret roll for the owl, and I'd like to get the perception and survival one more time, please.
Whoops. I think we took a wrong turn.
I think we put the wrong person in charge.
That was definitely not a secret roll.
It's good. We beat it though.
All right.
So secretive.
All right. Hold on.
Oh, I just got us all killed.
All right. So, you start realizing that you probably should have made it back by now, Krillock, as it's getting later in the afternoon. You would have expected you would have seen the river at this point, but so far, nothing. So you're gonna need to try and reacquaint yourself with where you're at. See if you can figure out, I guess, by.
All right, hold on. I may have lost my bearing here. What did that shit lizard say? Which way?
Keep
Which
the
direction was it?
river on your left.
Said to go straight until we get to the coastline, and then keep the river to our left as we move down. I believe is what he said.
You said we lost the river?
You haven't made it to the river yet. You were expecting to have made it to the river by now. You feel like you're about an hour overdue from seeing the river.
Yeah, we should have been at the river about an
Well,
hour ago.
Give me a moment. Hold on, and I'm gonna hold my hand up, and I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna see if the bird is, if my owl is nearby. I'm gonna summon it to come back to me if I can.
You could definitely dismiss it and then bring it back.
No, I'm not gonna dismiss it because that would take time. I'm gonna. Is it close enough to me to where I can feel it? He's doing loops. He's not going far away. He's just going loops out and coming back and forth.
Okay. Yeah, because all right. Yeah, I was under the impression that he was going out a ways and then coming back.
Yeah, he's looping, but he's not going like miles ahead. He's looping, maybe going an extra, maybe an extra 400 or 500 yards or so, and then coming back and then connecting with me back and forth.
Okay.
He's not getting out of connection with me for long periods of time. So I would eventually be able to sense him.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't take too long then, and it
when he
comes
back in, I'm going to connect with him, and I'm going to telepathically tell him climb, and I'm going to start looking for the river in his perspective where he's at. I should be able to see the river from a long distance. Even if it's small, I would think I would be able to at least know the direction that we're traveling and make minor course changes. I would think.
You can maintain your connection within 100 feet, I believe. So I would think 100 feet up. But you've also got the canopy, the swamp canopy. I'll have to do. Hold on. I'm gonna have to leave this one up to chance. Hey, right on the nose. So you go up and you can see it's a pretty good ways off, but you do see the river. Barely from his perception based off of what you can see as he goes up. Once he starts reaching the point where he's about to breach that 100 feet that you can maintain that telepathic connection and actually see through its eyes, you can see the river off into the distance. You appear to have taken a veer towards the north. But you can see the river. It looks like to you it's probably still a couple hours off from this point on, but
Right. As soon as that happens and I get done, I'll disconnect and I'll say, and I'll send him back on the course, and I'm going to tell the owl make sure we are continuing to head towards the river. It's imperative we get to the river. If we get off course, you come to me. And then I'll send it back on its loops. And when I come clear, my eyes will go from a glossy haze to back to its normal Krilak. Because we're heading a little north. We need to turn, and I'll motion my hand in the direction we need to go. We need to go this way a little bit. We're a little bit off, slowing us down because we're not quite on course, but it's okay. I'm sure the confusion and whatnot that way, and I'll just point.
How's the our daylight looking?
It's running short. You imagine it's probably going to be dark before you make it back at this point.
All right, we'll start heading that way, and unfortunately, it may be another night in the swamp for us.
If we could get to the coastline, it would be good, but your call, and I'll just continue to pull on.
We can keep on trucking and see where we get to.
All right, so redirecting your path, getting resituated back in the proper direction. It only takes about just over 2 hours to reach the shoreline of the river. And at this point is about the time you start seeing that you're running out of daylight. The sun's starting to set off towards the west, but you have made the riverbank at this point.
You guys want to set up shop here? Continue on in the at first light.
Do I want to sleep without a sleeping bag next to a river where people have stated that there's crocodiles?
In the swamp of despair, or whatever this is.
We're not in the swamp anymore. Now we're on the river.
River swamp.
I mean, there's nothing dangerous in the river, right?
Oh no, there's just like Sox's kinfolk hang out there. Those crocodigators.
Oh, haha. They fine.
Vixna.
We can pull a little away from the riverbank itself and not quite into the swamp, and I'll look at Lily. You set up your alarm, and I'll set up mine. We'll be fine. We'll be fine.
Sox, you have family around here?
I don't have family around here. He's being sarcastic because he says that me and them crocodigators are related because we have long snouts and we have scales.
Why you gotta make me sound like that?
Oh, why are you gonna make me sound like that?
Hey, well, maybe we should just maybe.
That's actually pretty good.
You both are really good.
All
so
right.
do you think we can maybe get a little bit of dinner? If you can round me up a little bit of meat, do some cooking.
I can do meat.
Maybe some fishing would be good. Bit of fish, and that'll help to set up the camp while you're doing. I'm directing that towards Krillock as I dispel the spell gently underneath his uncle.
Oh, so wait, what?
I think I should catch the meat.
We need fish or
You
meat,
got it
something to cook. We need a little something to eat tonight, and if we're in the morning, then we can trek down. Correct?
All right, I'm gonna give Lily my battle axe, my great axe. Here, hold this, and I'm gonna kind of like get my light leathers off, and I'm gonna hand her my bag and like keep very close eye on this. I'm gonna go take a swim and see if I can find some fish.
I'm gonna go hunt a small critter because I remember last time he tried to feed us, he was gonna give us lizard.
You cook what you can get.
Yeah, we didn't eat lizard that night, if you don't remember.
Okay,
I'm going to start a fire, get a fire going, and I'll break out my pots and my pans, and I'll have them ready to go to be able to cook whatever it is they bring me back and help to get a camp set up. And I'll make sure that Clintock is settled in to whatever we can make for him. I guess we'll. Who's going to stay here with me while I'm setting up camp?
I will.
So me and Didi will go and we'll cut down some trees and some some large foliage and make a lean-to and whatnot.
Ooh,
All right.
yes.
lot going on here.
So I'm shuffling all his stuff into my bag, and then after I just kind of want to see if there's any plants or anything nearby.
All right. Trying to remember what we were doing with that. We didn't do perception. You just did an herbalist kit check, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do one of those.
I'm gonna say to Garrett.
Oh wow, 24. All right, with a 24, yes, you can actually find some useful components. You know that you find a plant that's actually a relatively rare plant. It's not super common on this continent that you're aware of. However, you find a small little I'm not going to use the word grove because that implies that it's a lot larger than it actually is, but you find a small concentration where it's this flower that grows on a small prickly bush, and you believe that you could actually extract, if this is what you think it is based off of your memory from your books, you think that you could probably extract from this flower the materials that are needed to create a sort of concoction that would allow you to breathe underwater temporarily.
Okay.
Now, what were you saying, Didi? I'm sorry.
Oh, Garrett.
Yes.
When you get prepared to make something, I got a whole bunch of those vegetables and fruits from camp.
Well, cooking fruits is not something that you normally do, but
Well,
vegetables.
you know what I mean. I got vegetables,
Okay, I'll hold my hands. Vegetables, then. I can't cook the fruits. Vegetables, I'll take. I'll see what I can do with them, and I'll hold my hands out. I'll take what he's got.
I'll give him
See,
all the vegetables.
I'm assuming you do not wish your vegetables to be cooked with meat.
No, I would not.
You know,
If you just keep like a small
the
portion,
record.
good portion. You know,
You do know that meat it provides a lot of protein, which provides energy, which is something that you expel quite a bit of. Maybe if you were to,
but you can
just
get the
think-
same amount from
Well,
plants.
I understand, but you don't have to do it now. But think about it, because if you were to bring in more protein, your energy levels could possibly increase, causing you to be even more fierce and
Oh, I don't want
devastating.
or devastating.
Well, maybe not in a normal circumstance, but in a battle, it could prove most worthy.
I'm just gonna point at my head.
Well, you can't win all your battles with your head. Sometimes, and I'm gonna poke him in his arms. Your muscles are what we need. But that's fine. I'll cook your vegetables separately, and I'll pull out a little small like stir fry pan, and I'll go ahead and start to cook the vegetables you have. I'll fry them up, and I'll hit it with the spice wheel. Bam! Hit it with the spice wheel.
While he's doing that, I'll get the shelter, the lean-to, and whatnot built to my best abilities.
All right.
Think about it.
Go ahead and roll your what you need for your spice weasel there.
You want me to do it, or do you want me to do it?
You
I'll do it.
You do it for everybody.
See, if it had meat in it, it would probably be much more than a D1. Wait, you said D1?
We
Let me
all
look at it
got food poisoning.
I thought it was
I
a
think it's more than that. Hang on.
D6-year-old.
I think it is D6. Hang on. 1D4 time plus 2. So you get a 3. 3. You get a 3 extra points on your supposed hit bar.
Supposed hit bar.
Yes, supposed. If there was meat involved, it'd probably be much more than a D1.
All right. Sorry, you guys. Okay, so you cook it up. Everything's looking good. Now, Krillock, you left your axe behind and went off.
He is not there right now, but yes, I have it in my bag. He is hunting without his weapon.
He's swimming and he's in the water, so his axe wasn't going to do him a lot of good.
Okay.
You swim.
So he's fishing.
Yes.
All right, but he's not there. Okay,
and
he's
I'm
fishing,
hunting
but he's
fall
not.
game.
All right, would you make a survival check, please? Yeah, that's easy enough. If you go back towards you don't have to go into really the swampy part at this point, but you go back a little bit farther inland on the side of the river, and it's easy enough to find small game, rabbits, squirrels, etc., and so on.
That sounds delicious, especially rabbit. Although we need something else than rabbit. You can't actually live on rabbit. There's no fat on rabbit, so there's nothing for us to gain energy from. You will starve to death if you eat nothing but rabbit.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Unless you make rabbit stew, then you get
Well, you can add the fat that way.
sugars you need that way. Yeah.
Isn't it with the bone too, though? Cook it with the bone.
Yeah, the bone, that would be, I mean, that'd be better for you. More stuff. Make stock.
But in any case, you come back with a rabbit.
Yeah.
Survival 101.
All right, so when they come back with the rabbit, I'm going to look at it. Rabbit stew. Fine, and I'll take the vegetables that I had gathered and I will mix it into a stew, and I'll put some bone into it for the marrow, and it'll be ready soon. Let me just add a little get a little spice in there, and it's going to be so good.
Best magical item ever.
It is.
I don't-
indeed.
I don't have my great axe, but I still have a javelin that I'm using for fishing, by the way.
Okay. Make a survival check, please. I'm like breaking everything. I'm so sorry. Nothing is wanting to work at this very moment, and it's really confusing me.
17.
You come back with three rather large river bass.
I like how we got all these meals going on at different times when people bring food.
I know, right? Golly. All right. Krillak's gonna be tending the stew, and I'll be serving up the vegetables. Didi, your vegetables are ready to go. They're gonna be good, but you sure you don't want a little bit of meat? Never mind. Here.
Very good, thank you.
Krillak, do you wish this to be cooked up, or you're gonna be eating this raw tonight?
Go ahead and sear it up, I reckon.
Seared on both sides. I assume you want any vegetables mixed in with this? I don't really have a whole lot of left in the vegetables.
Just the fish will be fine.
That's good because I have no vegetables. Put it all in the stew. You sure don't want any stew? We got stew.
I'll eat some stew while I'm waiting for the fish.
Fine. I'll take the fish, and since I know he's eating the other, I won't put any of the spices in that. I'm just gonna pan sear it and give him the fish pan seared. Took all the bone out. Assume
I'll
you
go
don't
ahead
want
and
bone.
I'll go ahead and take some over to talking Uncle Clintrap there.
All right, they're starting to settle in. You can tell that Clintrap, even after riding on the floating disc for the majority of the afternoon, he's still pretty worn out. He hasn't seen this much movement, action, or excitement in years. So it's been rather trying for him. But you can see that he's obviously tired, and he's sorry, I got distracted there. He's obviously tired and ready to bed down for the night. But he's kind of looking around at this point. So sleeping under the stars. Y'all don't worry about what's going on over here.
All right, who's taking the first watch? I'll take the first. Tonka, you're with me.
Oh, okay. Do we need
All
like
No, we don't. Not yet, at least. Maybe just hold the light.
I'll
Hold the
take
light.
the second watch. Just wake me up when you're ready, and yes, I'm gonna clean up the last bit of my pots and pans, put them in my bag. Gonna lay down for a bit.
Lily, for some reason, Sock said he wants to have the third watch with you. I don't know what that's all about.
Okay.
Wait, what did you say? What?
Yes, for some reason, Sox wants to have the third watch with Lily. I don't know.
you see Socks like with a bowl of stew on the other side of the fire, and he looks up at Lily and goes, "Watch."
Well, I'll sit on the second watch with Carrick then.
Fair enough. Ari, we'll keep us safe.
Do I need to be able to watch?
I'm
Someone-
more like
I'll watch
company
it.
than anything.
Who's on first watch?
Me and Tonka. Kurlak and Tonka.
Okay. Well, I guess I get some good sleep tonight.
You got third and a half watch.
I will be up early, so.
No, you're gonna get up early.
Hey, Didi,
Hmm.
if you get up early, give me a nudge.
Okay, we'll do.
All right.
Suddenly, Socks is there. Hey, yeah, but like for real, give me a nudge.
Fuck you, Socks.
Okay, I'll give you an edge, 2 Socks.
What? You're the only one that gets to limber up in the morning?
What? I mean, all right.
Yeah,
I would like. I'm gonna roll a d4. If I roll an even, because my character has been looking at this. If I roll an even, I'm gonna be interested to get up. If I roll an odd, I'm gonna sleep through. Fair? Because I don't want to make the decision myself. I'm not even gonna look. The first one. Okay, so 4. What'd I say? I don't even remember. Not interested. 4, I wasn't interested.
Yes, you were. You said evens, you're interested.
Sleeping through.
No, you
All
said.
right. He's gonna sleep through. It's all right.
I'm
Moving
pretty
on.
sure I said odd. Odd, I was going to be interested. Even, I was not. So the first roll. So I'm not interested. Not this morning. It'll happen eventually. Not yet.
Clip it.
I did it. I hit the button. It's clipped.
All right,
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So first watch, me and Tonka.
Yes. You
I'm gonna-
have dark vision with your goggles of night, correct?
Correct.
Ari has not got dark vision, but Lily does have dark vision, correct?
Yeah, I'm on third though.
Ari's with
I'm second. I'm Carrick. I'm just-
Carrick.
All right,
who has
Carrick.
dark
Okay,
vision.
Carrick does have dark vision.
Yes.
Okay. So there's at least one person that has dark vision per watch. All right, that's what I
Yeah.
wanted to make sure of.
Yeah.
That's why I declared myself more his company than anything.
Gotcha. All right,
The
I
boot
need.
owl.
I keep the other person awake.
I would like a perception check with advantage. All right. So as you set up the watch with Tonka, and you're sitting around the small campfire that you've concocted. Now, mind you, I want to double check here before we go any farther. No one has any tents, right? We still don't have tents. We have
They made a
have a blanket.
lean-to.
because I seem to remember.
I made a lean-to. There's no. I
I
don't think
seem to
there's any
remember the
tents,
turtle
so we
giving
might.
you 2-person tents.
Oh yeah, they're in my bag. So we set those up too.
Okay, so there's two-person tents that are set up.
Yeah, I have a tent too. I forgot about.
Yeah, I think you and Lily both had a 2-person tent. I think
Yeah.
they gave you 2. Right? Okay, so
I have one in my inventory, so yes.
All right. So who is in tents? That's an important question.
I will be in a tent.
I am not in a tent, but I'm just kind of laid back with my big fat dwarven belly poked out, snoring.
I have a blanket that I've had for a while. Unless there's a free tent, then I'm in a tent.
Okay, so Dee Dee is in one tent.
I would have offered it up to anyone else.
Work.
I don't take up a lot of room. I'll bunk with you.
More the merrier.
Uncle Clintrap would be just he's a turtle. He's just gonna curl up in the shell and be good to go outside of a tent, but close.
It's so he can hear me when I yell at him because he's got the soundproof headset.
Wait, what? Oh. All right. So okay, so that leaves one tent that is currently not occupied because I've got Clintrap and Tonka outside. Tonka is standing watch with Krillock right now. So Carrick said that he is not going to be in a tent. Lily, are you occupying the other tent?
Yes. I have a question. Working on a potion counts as not something simple to do at night, correct?
No, you could get. I mean, you have to get at least like I think it's 6 hours ish of sleep. You can typically the way I see it is you can get 2 hours in of doing a non-stressful / physical activity. So working on a potion, you get about 2 hours in on it.
Okay, because it takes a day. So yay.
So are you wanting to like start working on it and then kind of stop where you're at?
Yeah, and go to sleep in the tent.
All right, cool. All right, so Ari and Dee Dee are sharing one of the tents, and Lily is in a tent by herself. Carrick is sleeping outside. Socks is sleeping outside. Clintrap, Tonka are sleeping outside.
I think Socks would try and scheme his way into a tent. To be honest with
He
you,
can sleep with Lily. He's watching my back, anyways.
Well, he would not turn down a tent, so he'd make his way in there if he was allowed.
I think he's got a thing for Lily.
He's got to keep an eye.
Oh, weird.
All right, so
We can check out that puzzle during our watch if we make it that far. In the dark.
he says with concern. Okay, so let me check that perception one more time. All right, so during your watch, you hear something in the river, but it sounds like it's fish jumping. And that's about it.
So that's it for the first watch.
Tip for the first watch.
All right, I'm gonna go wake up the second watch and good watch, Taco. All right, let's go get some shut eye, and we'll go down and take our rest.
Anything I should be aware of before you head off? Anything? I'm gonna look. I'm stretching a little bit.
No, it was pretty quiet. Just some fish jumping out the river,
Good.
but it's pretty quiet.
Excellent. I'm gonna stretch and Ari, wake up. You said you was going to take the watch with me.
Yes. Yes, I will wake up.
Good.
Just we
good.
work on the puzzle.
I'm gonna kick back and as I'm talking to Ari, I'm gonna pull the box out. Work on the box a little bit, just as I'm casually talking. And I'll put out Putu, my bird, Putu. See anything, Putu, make sure you stay within 100 feet of me. You can let me know if you see anything, just let me know. I'll look. Just stay close. So Putu's gonna go up maybe 50, 60 feet and do a circle around me, right at about 90 feet, I guess, just looking to see if she sees anything. If she does, she'll telepathically squawk in my ear, and I will connect to her immediately to see if I see anything. So through the night, anything she sees, I'll just kind of kick my head back, my eyes will go white, and I'll look through her eyes.
Okie dokie. So about halfway through, because I think you guys broke it up into like a 2-hour watch. Is that right?
Sounds about right.
Yeah, whatever.
Sounds
Something
like
like
we
that.
would have
Line it
enough
up.
people
2
if
to
we do
4.
that.
Something like
All right. So, um, you start hearing some splashing out in the river again, and you recall that Krillock mentioned something about it sounded like fish jumping, like nocturnal fish jumping. Your owl is going to you see the owl about 90 feet up, and it's doing a circle over the river, and then it just sort of flies back down and lands and looks at you.
I'm going to see through its eyes, and I'll command it, show me. I'll just kind of freeze with the box kind of in my hand, half over the box, half over my bag, rather, ready to drop it if I need to. Show me.
All right, so direct, you're directing your owl at this point. So I need to know more specifically. Are you wanting it to go, for instance, 90 feet up, look down at the water? Or are you wanting it to get closer and look? What's the plan?
I'm going to have it go about 40 to 50 feet up and towards the direction of what it thinks it's seeing, the noise that it's obviously come to alert me of.
Do you control
Alright,
your
well-
owl by thought, or do you speak aloud what you're telling
Thought. It's telepathic.
All right, so
And
it
when
seems to be.
when I do that, I'm going to put my hand up, and I'm not going to leave Ari in the dark. 1 second, and I'll just kind of hold my hand up and close my eyes and see through the owl.
Give me one sec. There's things happening in secret
Mm-hmm.
you don't need to know
Wait,
about.
I'm the DM.
If I could just use real dice, it would make this so much more simple.
it. Are they secret rolls?
I miss real dice.
They are.
I
I'm
believe you
using
probably
secret
could
rolls.
use real dice.
I guess I could, couldn't I?
Anybody in chat miss real dice?
All right. So, the owl seems to be trying to find something in the river. It doesn't seem like it's based off of what you're gathering from your telepathic connection with the owl. You can see the water. It's flowing downstream. It's dark, obviously. It's difficult to see what's going on underneath the water. However, you do notice some it looks like some minor splashes, and it's over toward sort of like the beach line of what would, I guess, the beach line of the river, but it's on the same side of the river that you guys are camped on. But it just seems to be like some small splashes, and then it stops. And then as you pay attention and you watch for another minute, you see another like couple of splashes, and then it stops and it calms back down again. And then you give it another few minutes and you don't see it again.
Now we have the alarm spell set, and it will alert me of anything within a mile, according to the spell. So is my alarm
Your
spell?
alarm
the
spell
king?
sets anything within a mile.
A mental alarm sets you within a ping. Let's see. Hold on, let me scroll up.
It's within like a 20-foot square,
Yes.
but you can be a mile away from it.
Right. Yeah. So it's 20. Yeah. 20-foot square. Yeah. So, is there anything? Is my alarm spell keying anything?
If you and Lily set up like you have been setting up, then no, nothing's pinging your alarm spell.
Yeah, because we're going a long ways on the beach. We're not expecting anything from the water to attack. No.
Right.
All right. So my alarm spell's not tripping anything at all.
Mm-mm. You're not getting anything off your alarm.
Interesting. I'm gonna gently kind of go over Tonka.
Tonka is gonna startle awake, and as he does, he's gonna like click his fingers and light.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. That's what I was wanting you to do. Can you do me a favor in 1 second? I'm gonna call my owl back really quickly, and I'm gonna say, cast it on my owl, please.
I don't.
The light spell. I'm sorry. Can you cast your light spell on my owl, please? And my owl's gonna be like hovering in front of him, like flapping. Yeah, please just cast it. He'll accept the spell.
Oh, okay. Aren't you a wizard?
Yes, but I see in the dark. I don't really need that spell. It's not something I concentrate. Just cast the spell, please.
Okay, I don't think I can cast it on a person, but I can and he kind of like rifles around and like grabs a twig out of the grass next to him and casts light on the twig and like holds it up.
Fair enough. And I'm gonna hold the twig and I'm gonna hold it up. Hutu, take it. And the bird is gonna take the owl. The owl's gonna take the twig and my eyes are gonna glaze back over. I'm gonna send it back in the direction of which the sound. I'm gonna have it like 20 feet over the water.
Okay.
Looking as it's illuminating, so to make sure that if there's anything that I'll see it. And as it's doing that, I'm gonna say out loud, Ari, and see if you see anything, please, under the owl. As I'm gonna have it hovering over any ripples of water, anything.
Out over the water?
Yeah, so the owl's going to be flying like 20 feet over the water. What's the range of a light spell? I know it's 10 feet bright. How does it go down?
I think it's another 20, but I don't know.
I think it might
So
be 10
a bright light in a 20-foot radius. So
Okay.
it would be,
So
and then a dim light for an additional 20 feet. So the light travels 40 feet, but it's bright for 20 feet.
So I'll have it 20 feet over, and I'm just going to have it quickly scanning over where the noise was. And I'm just gonna be. My eyes. I won't be able to see anything but over what the owl is seeing. But I'll be telling Ari and Tonka, since he's awake. Do you see anything? Something's out there.
How far across is the river?
Tonka looks super anxious. It's right on the shore, the bank.
No, how
Is-
far across is the river?
Oh, the river itself. The river itself is hold on, let me do a quick measurement inside my brain. About 40 to 50 feet across.
So we can barely see to the other side.
Yeah, and it's known to be a pretty deep river as well.
So it moves pretty
But-
fast.
I was specifically telling you to look for anything that might be breaching the water. The owl seems to think something is out here.
I will do that.
Okay.
So the owl's going to be just kind of zipping like 20 feet, 18 feet, just enough so that the bright light is going to be over top of the water.
I gotcha. Let's go over
And
here.
I would
to
tell
a map.
you, like, I would say 50 feet to my right, 50 feet to my left. Just going to be back and forth, just to make sure there's nothing there.
So everybody is you're welcome to sort of position yourself however you'd like to. This was based off of the description that I was given. This is what I came up with. So
The only persons that I awoke would be Tonka. I've not awoken anybody else until I feel like there might be something else. I'm not going to alarm the entire party to wake up. So I guess it'd be me and Ari and Tonka.
in that case, I'm gonna do something that don't get ahead of me here, but I'm gonna do something real quick.
Quick question:
What's your question?
which side of the tent I'm in is the opening?
I mean,
Probably
it
facing the fire.
probably. I would think it would probably open.
It opens both ways, shotgun.
I would think both ways.
Oh, okay.
So hold on.
Well,
So I do need Carrick. I need Carrick, Ari, and your owl has its own initiative, correct? He's gone.
He knew you would need him.
That's okay, because I can do it.
So I'm hearing roll initiative is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, you, the owl, and Carrick. So let me.
Dragon flies in.
I'm gonna do this for him, and he's probably gonna yell about it if it's a bad roll, and he's not gonna say anything if it's a good one.
What's his bonus?
We'll go with 2.14.
He has a 0.14 bonus.
You can add your dex to break a tiebreaker and dex. Blah blah blah. Mine's like 0.12.
Okay. We're gonna have to wait a moment for him to get back because he's actually gonna have to make a decision now on something. So
In the meantime, how's everybody doing tonight?
how is everybody doing tonight?
I can't wait for winter.
I'm happy with fall, to be honest with you. Like fall would
Love
be
fall.
good.
I'm tired of 100-degree weather.
You should come over here. It's only like 95.
What's your humidity though?
95.
105. It's terrible.
Same here. Like, well, why would I want to?
So your owl has first move at this point. So where I have it placed, it has you've got it looking. It obviously has a 60-foot fly movement. So I want you to continue moving your owl around as you would want your owl to be moving at this point.
I would have it moving like here to here to here.
That is a lot more than 60. We're doing through turn orders. We've got the
Oh,
initiative up.
okay.
I want to do it through turn order.
Oh, initiative. Let me roll. Okay, you roll my initiative for me.
I did.
All right,
If you
okay.
want to re-roll it, you can because you're back and nothing happened. But I rolled an 8, so take that.
All right, so there's 30. All right, to there.
All right. Ari.
So I'm gonna look at over the river.
All right. Would you like to make a perception check?
I would like to. Yes, that's what I would like to do.
Fortunately, you making one on your own, of course, at night, it's going to be the 13. Which you can't really see anything. You can still hear what sounds like little splish splashes every now and then, but you're fairly certain that it's fish jumping.
Fish all night long. Fish. The owl likes fish.
Yes.
I will.
All right.
I'll move a little closer, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, you still got your movement. Okay.
Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna drink that potion. Was that an extra 10 feet on my speed?
Mhm.
That's about it. I'm just gonna stay here until I'm told otherwise.
All right. So as as your bird is now fluttering over about 20 feet above the water line, and it's searching with this twig in its mouth, suddenly there is an eruption from the surface of the river as it looks like this. It's kind of like a frog with no limbs, but a long green tail coming out the back side of it, and it's got a wingspan on it as it emerges. It's almost like it dives through opposite. It's like an opposite dive, like it dove from the water instead of into it. And it opens its wingspan, throwing water, and this large creature, as it breaks the surface, flies directly toward your owl. And it moves, it breaks the water surface. Let's see, it goes 20 feet up, 5 over, so that, yeah, so it's, and it is going to attempt to bite at your poor owl.
Oh my god. Al's got a armor class of 11.
You guys made a new.
Ooh.
Missed my owl.
All right, so it misses its bite and its long stinger. Having to do this from the book because I didn't get time to put it in. Oh, and it misses with its stinger too.
Aha!
Was there an HP bonus on the food?
+1.
No, it was +3.
Oh, I thought he said +1.
Well, he rolled a 1, but it gave him a plus, or he got a +2 to his roll. So it was +3.
It's 1d4 plus 2.
Actually, the let me roll another the D4. If you ate the stew, it'd be different.
Yeah, I thought that was just for the veggies.
Oh, we're doing it
You
like
get,
this now.
You get a 5 if you ate the stew, and a 4 if you did not.
No, I got a 3 for the or the veggies.
Yeah, that was a +2, so it's a 4 for the stew.
Yeah, 4. I'm sorry, 4 if you ate the stew. Okay.
Wow, I see how this.
All right.
A fuck is that thing? Well, you should have ate the damn meat.
So it misses. Like it hard, but your owl is scrambling. But it looks like it's trying to just consume your owl mid-air as it breaks the water and flies straight up. And then as it misses, it reaches around with its long, spindly tail and lashes out in its direction, but misses there as well. Carrick, it is your turn.
Does this look like a? I'm not even gonna ask that. When that happens, I'm gonna tell Tonka. What's the range on a light spell?
I'll scroll up and
Is
look.
it 60 feet or 30 feet? I can't remember.
It's
off the top of my
well,
head.
how far can he cast it? Don't you
I
have
can't
to?
remember if it was a.
It just,
I don't know
I
if
think it
it's
just
a touch.
stays. It just stays on the object.
Yeah,
No,
no,
oh yeah,
how
no, it's a
far do
touch
you
to
go?
cast it. Yeah, you have to
Okay.
touch what you're casting.
Okay. I'm gonna I'm gonna have my owl go up a little bit further, to say 40 feet, so it's dim light, and then
It will move on its turn.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna have it do whenever it's my turn. When is my turn?
Your turn is now. Your owl has its own initiative.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell it in my mind before I break loose that it's gonna go 40 feet up and stay above the last place that this creature breaks the water. Okay, and if it sees it come up anywhere else, it's to hover above it. And then I'm going to break my connection with it. And I'm going to say, that's odd. And I'm going to go the 10 feet over, and I'm going to lean over and go, Krilok.
What?
There's like a tadpole with wings. And how big is it? How big does it look?
It is large. And it
Does
looks
it
even
really-
larger. In your mind, it's even larger because you were looking through your owl's eyes and it looked like it was trying to eat your face.
There's a really big tadpole with wings, about, I don't know, 20, 25 feet off the coast. I don't really know if it's like trouble, but it's
Second.
like wings. And that's about all I'll get out. I'm waiting for his response. And then from there, I'm going to be kind of, it'll end with me pointing in the direction, waiting for Quirlock to wake up.
I imagine. I'm sorry, I was going to say, I imagine that honestly the ruckus of this thing breaking the water was probably loud enough to have woken people. And Tonka probably would have yelled.
I'm sure, but I'm waking Krillock,
Yeah.
describing the creature in my 6 seconds of time, with my arm outstretched, pointing
Yeah.
at it.
All right, so we're going to end this round with Tonka, who is. Did you tell him to set light on something else? No, you didn't tell him to do that. You're trying to keep the light on.
It's touch, so it's not gonna matter. My
Right,
character
Tonka is
would
just
know,
gonna
I just
scream.
remember.
Tonka's just gonna yell. He has no idea what the hell this thing is. He's never seen it before. He's just gonna yell. So that's how he spends his turn. So now everyone else that is not currently on the initiative order, please do roll initiative.
Oh, my last one was so much better.
Oh wow, a hard one. We should have done one for one of the drinking initiatives.
One's a double drink.
Fuck you.
All right, do I have everybody on there? I got a DD, I got a Sox, I got a Krillock, I got a Lily. Okay, so let's put this in descending order at this point. And now that the suspense is over, let's go right into. Hopefully, this isn't too loud. All right. So, DD, you're starting the round off.
Hearing the scream, I'm going to get up and step outside and look around like, whoa, what was the screaming about? And
Right.
Each for a response.
With your passive perception, what you can see as you come out is you see Carrick talking to Krillock and pointing towards the river. And as you glance over towards the river, you can see Tonka screaming. You can see Ari standing on the shoreline, looking, I'm assuming, surprised. And that's with no dark vision. That's probably all you can see. I really should have turned on. Hold on. There's a better way to do it.
So I can see Tonka. So it looks like he's pointing at Tonka.
Yeah, it looks like he's pointing at Tonka.
Everything went dark.
Yeah. I don't have a light source. Like the campfire's not even a light source. If there was
Well,
a campfire.
You'll see the owl. The owl's going to be like 40 feet up, so you'll be able to see the water surface above the owl, and that's where I'm pointing.
I would see light over it. That's about it.
Yeah, you can't. I'm sorry. Yes, there is a light source on his owl. So when you look over towards the water, you see Ari, you see Tonka, and you see about 20 feet above the water is Carrick's owl holding a stick that is glowing with light, and you probably see sort of like the weird blended shadow of this thing as it's sort of, in a sense, wrapped around the owl, though it doesn't have the owl, obviously.
You don't
But it's
have
taken
any-
2 swipes out.
There's no light sources on the map.
None at all?
None at all.
Krillock, do you have vision?
Do I have what?
I do have vision.
Nobody has vision.
I see just fine. Kulak sees all because he's the almighty, powerful wizard that can see everything always, all the time.
My vision's 5 feet.
I've got. I
Crazy.
didn't do the campfire token, so that's my bad on that one. So hold on one sec. So you've got your 60 feet.
I don't want to like spoil my mood, but I can. I see like it's daytime. Jadals, DM Jadals. It's
I'm
like
good.
pure day. But I would also see underneath the owl as well, so I would have a.
Well, your
have a bit
owl.
of-
I think I'm pretty sure your owl is why you see like day, because it has it has 120 feet of dark vision.
Right.
So it should definitely be illuminating this map for you. But you personally would only be able to see 60 feet out from you. DD, let me make sure that yours is looking right, because let me give you 5 feet there. Ari, you're supposed to have at least 5 feet so you can see just around you. Save. I'm sorry, you guys. This is my bad.
We
I
should
actually threw
punish
this.
The DM.
I actually threw this map together while we were talking because I didn't prepare this map, so that's totally my bad.
So going off of that, I don't see anything besides me walking out.
Actually, hold on. That's way too much. Let me do this. I just dropped a die on the floor. Okay, so that should be better.
Yeah, except isn't the
So-
owl a light source?
I'm sorry.
So isn't the owl a light source?
The owl is a light source. I guess I
Yes,
do.
it
need to
is.
change that.
It is light source.
I'm gonna have to take away its 120 though for that to work. So
Okay.
I can just pretend.
all right. So you can see DD the silhouette of this thing, whatever the hell it is, around the owl.
Okay, we have a campfire, so I should be able to see.
Can you not see the campfire?
No, I don't see nothing.
No, there's no campfire.
There we
No,
go.
Yeah, there is.
I forgot to click has sun.
That's an impressive campfire.
That's a hell of a campfire.
Ta-da! Okay, now that all that's said and done,
That was
Okay.
beautiful.
So running out, seeing him, Kirk, pointing over that way, seeing something going on over there. I am going to move here. And oh, I didn't mean to click that. As an okay, so patient defense. Can I only use that as a bonus action, or can I use it as an action without spending a key?
as an action, if you're not doing any other actions, you can actually there's a command. I'm sorry, there's an action for that. I'm trying to remember what it's called. It is called do do do. I thought that dodge. You can use dodge as an action. And what dodge does is you focus entirely on avoiding attacks until the start of your next turn. Any attack roll made against you has disadvantage if you can see the attacker, and you make dex saving throws with advantage.
Okay, so it's just dodging. Okay.
Yeah, you just dodge.
I don't have to use a key point.
No, you do not have to use a key point for that.
All right, so I'm just gonna get there by the fire and get in my little fighting stance.
Okay.
And that'll be my turn.
All right, it is your owl's turn.
All right. All right. Now it's going to move 25 feet this way, 15 this way, 15 this way. Round in that area right there. That's about 60 feet. So about right there. He's trying to stay far enough away, 40 feet up, since he came up 20 feet, I'm hoping he doesn't eat my owl.
So
Not that it
is it
matters.
staying 20 feet? So it's staying at
40.
the same height. It's just moving.
40 feet up.
Because I'm trying. Because you move. You're horizontal and there's a lot of math going on here. Okay, you're good. You're good there.
Nonetheless, it's going to be in about that area, about 40 feet up. So if you take the 20 feet up, then it'd still be
Gotcha.
somewhere in this general area right here.
Gotcha. It's fine. All right.
Well, guess it's gonna be taking out my crossbow. And trying
Is
to
this
aim at
thing still in the air?
Yeah, it's still. It's out of the water. Its wings are spread after just
Okay.
missing. It's dealio.
So it's like 20 feet up.
Yeah, it's about 20 feet.
So while taking aim at this thing, I'm gonna yell out over the water to the group. Wake up! We need help. And I'm gonna take a shot.
That it's in the light source. You can definitely see it, and that will hit. So it now has a crossbow bolt protruding from its side.
And I am done with my turn. I need to reset some things. But yeah, I am done.
All right, Sox comes first. He's going to emerge from the tent and kind of step out, rubbing its eyes. What's going on out here? And he's going to look confusedly around as he takes in the scene. And now we are back to the Leaper. So the Leaper is going to, as it exploded from the water and it glided toward your owl in an attempt to try and consume it, and upon missing, stab it with its tail. It throws its wings back out again and starts to beat them furiously, and as it does, it beelines in the direction of the owl, closing the distance. Though it does seem, you do gather that your owl is probably a bit faster than this thing, but only by a little bit in the air. And as it approaches, it is going to attempt one more time to bite it.
Oh, it
20.
definitely bites it. Definitely bites it.
All right, so as it bites the owl, you can see as the owl is in its mouth. Now, I don't, what's this thing's HP?
It at most 3.
At most 3?
I'm gonna do the D4 just to give it the D4. It is that minus 1, so it's 3. 3 XP is all that thing has.
All right, well, it does 9. So,
No.
and when this thing, so it bites into the owl, and whenever it does, it just poofs out of existence. And the stick actually would float down to the water. So
The stick's in its mouth because if it swallowed it, the stick is inside it. Whether it would glow through or not is a totally different story, but the stick is going to be in its gullet.
Okay, so it just swallow. Well, the thing is, whenever it
Wow.
bites the owl and the owl dies, the owl itself does not turn into a corpse. It just poofs.
Right.
It is no longer
Out
a
of
thing.
existence. Yeah.
So,
So I would imagine that
when
the
it
owl-
chomped down on the teeth, if the
stick's
feet
in
were
it.
not in the mouth, he would have either spit the stick out, or it would have just fallen.
You're gonna have to tell us that. I mean, the owl is like the size
Well,
of
that's
like.
what I'm trying to do. Gosh. Trying to give you guys some light here. Oh my gosh. Never had to argue so much to give somebody some light.
Well, yeah, maybe there's no light.
All right, so that was it for its movement. So the owl poofs out of existence off of that bite. Krillock, it is now your turn.
Putu! I will
I'm gonna
exclaim.
use all my movement. Oh, hold on. Things are going weird. All my movement. God damn. All my movement to get to, I think, right there. I don't know why he's jumping around. And launch a javelin.
Make it so.
Minus the rage.
I definitely hit.
And that's shit. That's all I got.
All right. Carrot.
So I'm going to I'll show a little bit of oh crap, and then I'm going to seeing I guess the glow of its belly, I'm gonna spin around and I'm gonna shoot a firebolt at it. I think I have. Let me wash your character sheet up. Clicky. Damn it! As I cast it off. And as the bolt leaves my hand, I'm going to look over to Krillock and say, is this something we need to really be worried about? Or is this like just a water thing?
Just kill it.
Lily. Wait. No. Yes, hit. 8. Sorry. 8. 14. Definitely hits. All right, so the firebolt. Boom. Okay,
And
so
right in the air.
all right, Lily, your turn. Sorry.
I'm just gonna walk out and kind of meander her way over here. Let's see what's going on. Jeez Christ.
As his reaction, Sox is gonna go, holy shit, it ate the owl.
What? She's just gonna look confused, and then she is going to. She's gonna like just kind of chuck a potion on Krillock, and his feet just feel really weird. And that's gonna end her turn.
All right. Tonka is gonna scream with renewed vigor as he watches the owl disappear within this thing's mouth. Dee Dee.
Um, yeah, I'm gonna hold an action. You know what? I'm going to. Run up to Ari and say, I can't do anything. And I'm going to hold my action to punch if it gets close enough to me.
All right.
All right, I am going to take my longbow and my arrows and hand them to Dee Dee. Ask, do you know how to shoot these things? Don't matter, just do it. What she'll do is break it.
Or shoot myself.
Yeah, you're fine. Now, how long what's that take to?
That would
hand
be a
off weapon?
challenge.
An action.
So it takes a whole action. But
Yes.
If he rolls
How
a 1,
fast-
does he shoot himself?
how fast is this water moving? I mean, do we have to chase that stick?
The
is
stick
in the
will be
mouth
moved.
of the beast.
No, the stick is in the water. I said it was in the foot and it fell in the water.
Okay.
Yeah, it fell in the water.
Yeah.
But how?
But
fast
it is
how
going to
fast
be
the
it
water
is going to be flowing downstream, but it's only going to be moving about 15 or 10 feet per round.
Now, an action.
it hasn't moved
action
yet.
Replace movement. Can I hand him my weapon and still fire?
No, it would be an action to hand him. You still have your movement, but it would take your
I will-
action
I will
to
do the
take your
movement, yeah.
longbow and give it to him with
I'll
arrows.
move down a little bit to 10 feet. I'm trying to anticipate the stick moving because I don't know how fast it's going.
Wait, did you handed me
I
a bow?
handed you a longbow and 20 arrows,
20 arrows. Okay.
and it is a longbow.
All right.
So a longbow is not a simple weapon, is it? I mean, a longbow's complicated. I don't
It's
remember.
not simple. Whenever it's not a monk weapon either. So it would be I believe it's martial. It's a martial weapon. And I don't think as a monk you have a martial proficiency, so I imagine you're going to need to look at this because
Well,
I
no.
think
I fire the longbow at a disadvantage, but it might be a size thing.
well, I think he's going to have a disadvantage using it because he's not it's either
That's
no,
okay.
it's not disadvantage, you just can't add his proficiency to it. I think.
Simple weapons and short swords.
Yeah. So you won't be able to add your proficiency modifier to the longbow shot. So it would just be your dexterity. So it'll be a d20 plus your dexterity modifier, not your dex plus proficiency.
Gotcha.
Sorry to complicate that, but I'm done.
No,
with
you're fine.
that.
All right. So Socks is gonna try running forward a little bit to get a little bit closer. And he is going to, as he's running, he's pulling out a sling, throwing a rock in it, and he is hurling a rock at this thing at disadvantage. So it totally misses. It is way off. All right. So now it is going to dive. So that's going to be 10, 20, 30, 40, up to the point where it's parallel with the water. And it is going to move in the direction of Ari. So this thing turns and it starts dive bombing towards the water, and you see as it starts to alter its trajectory towards you, Ari. Krillock, it's your turn.
Alright. Trying to do this without screwing up my token here, but I'm gonna run my 30 feet closer. And launch another javelin at him.
All right. Let her fly. Definitely hits.
And that's all I have for him.
It pierces right through the wing, leaving a hole. All right, Carrick.
Alrighty, so seeing everybody rushing towards it, I'm gonna hold my ground where I'm at. I'm gonna send another firebolt.
All right.
As I'm casting it, they're gonna hear me say, "Cost me 10 minutes of my time."
That definitely hit.
I will move towards it 15 feet. Stand by the fire.
Anything else?
Oh, no, I think it's it. I'll make sure that everybody's awake. I'm going to look around.
Everyone but
yeah, that's
Clinttrap seems to be awake and moving.
Yeah, I'm not going to mess with Clintrap.
Your picture.
Actually, you know what? Seeing Clintrap over there, I'm gonna use 10 more of my feet, and I'll move back towards him.
Okay.
Your picture on Roll20 is covering up some of the action.
Oh dear, it is, isn't it?
There we go.
There we go. All right. Lily.
And she's gonna take some few steps forward, and then she is going to cast Acid Splash. Do that, Dex.
And it fails, so that's 5 acid damage.
So she winds up the frog, and it lets out a bubble, and it floats over and pops right in its face.
All right. So now back to Tonga's turn, and he seems to be getting a grip on himself. So instead of screaming this round, he's actually take a breath. He's going to close his eyes and open them up, and as he does, his eyes glow ever so slightly. I ruined a thing. Hold on. His eyes glow ever so slightly, and he strikes this thing with a bright light. And it seems to recoil in pain. Dee Dee, you are now holding a longbow and 20 arrows.
I am going to try to use the longbow.
All right.
Shoot him. Shoot her. I hope I said that right. It's plus my dexterity, right? No proficiency.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right, and you can see it. It is well within the light, though I forgot to move it on Tonka's turn, but the light would be down to here. So that's fine. So you... Wait, no, 12. Yeah, no, 16. Okay, yes, that does hit. So you shoot an arrow, and it pierces right through its outstretched wing as it's flapping towards Ari.
I'm just gonna like. I just hit it. Just in amazement. That's my turn.
All right, Ari. It seems to be closing on you, and this thing's pretty big.
How high is it up there?
It is just over the water, so it's at ground level at this point.
So if I take a step forward, I can switch weapons and poke it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Then I wish to switch weapons and step forward and poke it.
All right, do it.
All the while complaining about undead, fighting in the night, and flying things I can't hit or do. It's upsetting.
All right, a 20 definitely is.
And I'm done.
All right, this thing's looking pretty battered and bloody at this point. Sock, seeing this thing changing directions towards Ari and kind of thinking to himself that he doesn't want to be the small thing close to it, is going to get close to Krillok and Dee Dee, and he's going to attempt another. He's gonna attempt slinging another rock at this thing. And failing to hit again. All right. And that'll be it as he sort of makes himself small behind Krillok and Dee Dee. Okay, so now in this range, it's going to make an attempt to bite you, Ari, as it still finds itself hungry after that very disappointing vanishing owl trick.
I'm a better meal. If that's a 2-hit, that
So as it starts to bite, seeing that it is about to hit Ari,
You gonna make it reroll?
Carrick's going to reach out with his hand, and his eyes are going to go white, and he's going to turn his hand to counterclockwise, causing the beast to roll again.
All right.
that's even better.
Oh.
I tried.
All right, so it's going to be 13 piercing damage, and you find
Wait, hold on.
as
That's
this,
a crit, right?
yeah, it was 46.
That's a crit hit though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna blow my last one on that, just so he doesn't have to take a crit. I'm gonna make him roll.
Can you do that? I thought you could only do it once per turn.
Hold on.
I don't have my wild mount book with me, so
Give me a second. I will click it and let you see it. Shift. Currently going to be. Okay. Control 30 feet. Wait, is he 30 feet from me? You know what? He's.
I'm pretty.
Yeah,
far
actually,
from you.
it doesn't matter. I couldn't do it anyway. He's 30 feet.
Okay.
Yeah, he's outside 30. Sorry.
But it does say the target must use the result of the second roll. So
It tells them that they have to roll again. However, he's
you make this
outside the
decision
30.
after you see whether the roll succeeds or fails. The target must use the result of the second roll. But you are correct. So it'll just be 6 plus 3. So it'll be 9 piercing damage, not 13. So it'll be 9 piercing damage instead. And you find as it closes its seemingly amphibious mouth on you that you are now grappled.
I want to parry, by the way.
Parry? Okay.
Yes, sir. What is my dice again? I forget. Is it an 8?
You tell me.
Well, I'm looking. I'm gonna need my manual. Hey, I'll be right back. I gotta go get a manual if you want me to make this. Oh, I can
Hold on. I'm looking it up on the I button.
I think it's an 8. Could be a 6. I should write it down.
Hold on, I'm scrolling through. You have 4 superiority dice, which are d8s.
That's what I thought.
Right.
So that.
Alright.
So what was it? What did you say the damage was?
It was 9 damage, so you reduce it to 2.
And I'm prone. I need my little.
You're
prone.
grappled.
I'm grappled. I like to be grappled.
So you find yourself grappled by this creature. And it is going to... It didn't have to move. I did this in a weird order. It's okay. It didn't have to move. So it bites you and grapples you, and it's going to reach around with its stinger as well and attempt to stab you with it. And fail. And as it's doing this, a strange shriek is going to emit from its mouth as you're grappled. So you're stuck in it. But it seems that it has intentionally put you in its mouth while it emanates this loud shriek of it's almost otherworldly. And so everybody, Tonka and In, needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Even those of us in his mouth.
Yes. It didn't want you to run beforehand. You passed anyway. All right, so you passed. Ari, you're fine. Dee Dee, you are frightened until this thing's next turn. Grillock, are you talking? I see your hand doing a thing.
Oh, because I did a Constitution saving.
Oh, there it is. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. Okay, so you are also frightened until this thing's next turn.
Meaning I had to run away from it?
No. Hold on, and I'll tell you.
You just can't move forward.
Socks is also frightened. So what frightened does is a frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within its line of sight, and you cannot willingly move closer to it. So you'll have disadvantage on attacks against it, and you can't get closer to it.
All right.
Are you raging?
No, I'm not.
All right, Krillok, it is now your turn.
So I guess at disadvantage, I guess I'll throw another javelin at him.
And unfortunately, you're going to miss with an 11.
That's all I got.
All right, Carrot. This thing lets out a shriek.
All right. So,
As it
seeing what's going on,
transported.
I am going to cast Magic Missile at second level at it.
All right, so that's 16 points of damage that just hit.
It's
All right, so all 4 of the charges of magic missile fly out at this thing and make contact with its body, exploding into sparks of bright light.
I'm going to step back one more 5 foot to an angle, and after I let it loose, I'm going to look down at Tonka. Not Tonka, I'm sorry, at Clintrap, and confirm he's safe. Just kind of put my hand down. I'm not going to touch him. Just going to put my hand down. I'm going to look at him and then redirect my focus back towards the fight. Looking
Yeah,
over
he
at
seems
Rachel.
to be fine.
Yeah, trying to make sure he stays asleep. I don't want to wake him up, so I'm being very quiet.
He seems to be fine.
Okay.
Anything else?
No, that's it. I'm still gonna be under my breath cussing at the fact that I'm gonna have to resummon that damn owl.
Lily.
All right, I have failed every time I've cast a spell, but I feel good today.
Sorry, I forgot to roll for Tonka. All right, do it. Ooh, big money.
So you have to
Alright.
roll a Constitution save for it.
And also drink.
Oh. All right, so
It's poisoned until the end of my next turn.
Ooh, nat 20.
So what's that? What's the poison
Nat
damage on that?
20.
Does it do poison damage immediately?
It just says poisoned until it takes
so it's
2d8
automatic.
poison damage and must roll Constitution saving throw. On fail, it is poisoned until the end of my turn.
So it has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability check.
And it doesn't matter if you crit with spells. That's right?
No, it rolled double the damage for it.
But it's a 2d8.
Oh snap! Wait, what?
So did I roll a 1? Yeah, I rolled a 1.
Well,
Okay.
with the crit to hit, you're supposed to double any.
Yeah, it rolled a 2d8 plus 2d8, but I got a 1. I got a 5 plus a 1, and then I got a 6 plus a 1.
All right, so it did roll.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
All right. It is now Tonka's turn. And Tonka made his save. So we are going to he looking concerned for what is going on and not really sure what he should be doing, is going to try and cast another sacred flame at this thing. All right, so it's going to take 8 more radiant damage. Oh man, this thing looks like it's barely holding on. All right, DD.
Shaking, I'm going to attempt to loose another arrow.
All right, butterfly. All right, with disadvantage, that will not hit, unfortunately. Anything else?
Nope. But end my turn, shaking my boots right there.
All right, Ari, you are grappled in this thing's mouth.
I don't appreciate being grappled. I wish to break free from this grapple.
All right.
It's in acrobatics, right?
It is yeah, it's either an acrobatics or an athletics.
Well, it's got to be acrobatics. Dang, that's rough.
All right, unfortunately, you're not able to wrench yourself free.
I'm gonna use my action surge then, and do this
All right.
again.
Okay.
Really? Are you serious?
Again, unfortunately, you're not able to break yourself free.
All right. I'm just gonna be frustrated. That's what I'll do. That's my plan. I'm done.
All right. Socks is going to, with disadvantage, throw a sling at this thing. Throw a rock at this. Oh, Sock! Oh my gosh, it is barely hanging in there. Oh my god.
That a buh.
So even petrified, Socks looses a rock and it bounces off of the top of this thing's head right between its eyes. Now, Ari, you can tell that this thing is like, at this point, it is losing its strength. It feels like it's honestly, it's losing its strength at this point, but it seems to be committed to what it's going for here. It is going to, what is your AC?
19.
All right. It tries to consume you. It's trying to swallow you, but with like your bulky form, the fact that it's losing its strength, you're trying to wrench yourself free. It just got hit on the head with a rock. It is just not. It's not able. It's not able to quite get you in a position. Sorry. All right, so it's not able to get in position here. All right, but everyone else is no longer frightened. Krillock, it is now your turn.
How low is it to the ground?
It is just above the ground, so it's like 5 feet-ish. You'd be able to reach it from the shoreline.
I'm gonna run up to it there and come at it with the great axe. Actually, you know what? I'm just coming at it with the great axe.
Literally just hit it. No. Unfortunately, that does not literally just hit.
That's it.
All right. With all the struggling going on, you hesitate in your swing because Ari is in a very precarious position here, and you're afraid that if you follow through with full force at this point, that you might accidentally cleave Ari. And so, in your attempt to be careful, you're not able to find purchase. Carrick, it's your turn.
All right. So the battle is going. I'm going to use one more level 2 spell. And send another magic missile at it.
Okay.
In an effort to bring this thing down.
So the missiles, as they make contact, explode into a shower of sparks, and this thing falls limp. Ari, its jaw goes slack as it sort of falls to the ground, halfway in the water and halfway out.
I'm gonna holler out, breakfast! Oh, damn it. I'm remembering I'm gonna have to summon the bird again. I cuss.
That's not
So I do have a question. I should have probably asked this earlier. When I'm grappled, I lose my shield AC, wouldn't I?
No, you don't.
No.
The only thing that grapple does is you have 0 movement. So you have 0 movement. You can't benefit from any bonus to your speed, and that's it.
Oh, so I could have kept on fighting?
Yeah, you could have hit at it. I thought you were trying to get away from it intentionally.
I was trying
Yeah,
to
you-
get away, but I didn't know I can keep. I wasn't trying to run away.
No. But it takes your action to try to break the grapple. So
No,
so
yeah, I
you
understand. But if
yeah,
I
but
still
you
tried
could have
poking it,
just
I still would have been poking it.
okay, yeah, you can even when you're grappled, you can still attack.
Ah, okay. I'm gonna stab it anyways, even though it's not my turn. Right through its mouth,
Right.
through its head.
There are no turns anymore. You can stab it all you want to.
It's getting stabbed. Right.
Can I do an investigation to try and get some javelins back?
Yeah. Even with the 10 investigation, it's pretty easy to find that one of your javelins was still in the body of this creature.
All right.
Oh, right. So as the night settles back down around you, and you can hear the crickets and the frogs, the small splashes of fish off in the river. And now Ari is standing next to the shore, stabbing at this creature that just tried to consume her.
I'm gonna walk up to Ari. Ari, thank you, and hand the bow back and the
Yeah,
arrow.
good shot, by the way. I saw that.
Thank you. Yeah, that was impressive, right? That was the first time.
I'm impressed. We're gonna have to practice this more for you.
Yeah. Maybe we get to Hanunah. I'll pick up one of my own.
I'm going back to bed. Let me know if any weird lizard creatures come back out of the water.
Which, by the way, Krillock, you're familiar that is called a water leaper. They're not common in this part of the river, but farther inland, where the two rivers meet, heading in towards the mountain where the river runs off of, farther inland, you know that they tend to be more common.
We must be a little further north than what we originally thought. Because water leapers usually aren't this far south. Did I say that right? Because we're further south. We think we're
Must be
further
farther
south.
west than you intended.
Yeah.
Yeah, west on the river. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Well,
the
I
word
can't
lost?
really help confirm anything at the moment, but sure, yes. I'm gonna sit next to the fire there, and I'm gonna start to ritually cast summon familiar.
All right. I'm going back to bed.
Yeah, I will. After I give Ari her bow back and arrows, I will go to bed.
I'm gonna check on Uncle Clinttrap real quick. Make sure he's still sleeping soundly.
Sleeping like a baby.
All right. And now I will lay down on the ground and turtle it up.
All right.
I'm gonna go sit next to the fire. I'm probably a little wet.
Well, the rest of the watches go off easily. nothing else out of the ordinary happens throughout the night. And we'll actually, it's 11:53 Eastern time, so we'll go ahead and pick this up next week on Tuesday. We do have goblins though on Wednesday, so we do have something else coming down the pipe. We've got another 5-ish days on our merch giveaway, which I will link again in the chat.
I just bought a T-shirt too, so I hope it's nice.
They are nice. They're very nice T-shirts, according to Governor Lazarus.
Is there really 695 entries on that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can get multiple entries by doing different things.
Wait, what things?
Oh, is that how that works?
Following on Twitter, retweeting the original tweet for the merchandise that was sent out. And
What's Twitter? I'm joking. Everybody knows what Twitter is.
At Puffins of Doom. Visiting our YouTube page. You're not obligated to subscribe, but we do encourage it. Visiting our webpage is also an entry, and honestly, just clicking the link gives you one entry into it. So there you go. But we're
Do we have a
going to
Facebook page.
we sort of do, but Facebook is kind of difficult to operate for me right now, so I'm working. I'm a MySpace guy. If it was MySpace, I would totally be there and it'd work just fine. But
Jesus Christ, you're showing your age.
but
What is this,
we'll
2007.
I have a
we'll pick this
MySpace
back up.
account.
Thank you for all of those that followed us tonight. We are actually much closer to our goal of not only our 50 followers, because now we are at 39. So we are 11 followers away from our follower goal. And
Shout out
that
to
means-
Squee44, Chronicles of the Journeyman, and Christo CT86. Those were our 3 new followers tonight.
thank you, you're fantastic people. And if we can manage to get that 50 and then push it back and double that even, I'll give away a creature codex, which was not where that wonderful creature came from. But as you can see, I do have a few different pages bookmarked in my creature codex for some upcoming events. So
Boo.
Kill us with it. He tries so
I
hard to kill us.
I love Kobold Press books. I love them. I love them. I love them. They're fantastic. So I would be happy to give one away. So get us to 100 followers. But
Help us. He's trying to kill us.
we'll be back for goblins on Wednesday. I'm really excited about that. So
Yes.
thanks again, all of our new followers, and thanks for hanging out with us.